Hi cloners, today I will have for you something special and cool. I have for you this folder. I will show you everything what's inside there. But first I want to talk a little bit about the characters. Now what you see here, it's my own created character morphs. I call her Diana. But inside of this is a normal Iclone 7 character. It's like basic Iclone, but I hide it with this kind of morphs or Diana morphs because I really like my own character created face, you know. How I did that, the essential character, okay, you can see here Diana. The basic character of this is coming from Mass Effect 3. Female costume. Also, I'll have a male SF suit. And now the head of the character there is in hide mode. You can see here, if I tap on it, you can see the face of the character. This character is also I uploaded last time. That's 12 girls or 11 girls. One of those is this one, but really, to be straight with you, I have no time to bring into Iclone again all Dutch girls, each one of them with different suits, and create the bonds for each one of them, and because it's too much pain in the ass. So you have you already have those characters from me, from Mass Effect, the females. Then you can, if you like, you can bring you can do the same procedure with them, like bringing them on this suit to change the face, like I will do now. Now you will see here. Let me put this opacity on. Okay, off. Then this is the character. Also inside you can find there the eye, blah blah blah. Yeah. But everything is off now. So what I didn't, to be straight with you, I didn't rig the eyes and create the facial expressions and stuff like that, because you may not use like this. You may use, like must be used, like how I saw, is with the opacity. Then there you may be allowed to bring any other character you like from Iclone, from game, or Genesis, or anything you have, yeah, or base Iclone, things like that. So now you see, like there is without any neck and any face. If you are cool enough and if you can create this as a costume for Iclone 7 characters, I would be happy to download also that from you. But make it ready for Iclone 6, not Iclone 7.3, because I will not be able to use Iclone 7.3, but just who have Iclone 7.3. In Iclone 7.3 I can do it easy. I just go into, because I have here this character creator v3.1, and it's easy and blah blah blah. But for me it's a little bit pain in the ass. I don't know how to use very well character creator v2. Even now I bought, but even now I don't know how to use. So how it works, how I do to work with those, I just make that invisibility, opacity. Then after I have here a second character, which is Diana, like that. Then first what I do now is linked already. Yeah, let's say it's unlinked. So you want to link, you put your character, you erase from opacity all the body parts, nude, you leave it nude. Then after you erase every part, make it opacity on, like that. Also the nails and the legs nails and the hands nails. And then after that, when it will be like this, let's say here also you can have a Genesis character. My advice to you is to leave for Genesis character the neck on, the neck part on. But this is Iclone 7 character, so you can, and when we are at this stage, you can go there and link to the head right there. Then after you track the character there, you go here, or maybe you can just go like this, drag until that position because it's far to move with this. Then after establish a perfect position for it, you go, then from after that you can maybe you see, you can go like more to the right, this, then stop there, you check if it's correct, go, maybe you can see a little bit gap there, go a little bit down. Okay, I can't see now that gap, you see, so like works fine to me. My advice to you is not to put a high animation, I mean like a big action animation without helmet. You can use the helmet in time of that action, to not be necessary to use the head like this, I say like link, yeah, because when you use the link to the character, one character to other character in the very big action, then after you may see there are some effects on the neck which you may not like. So I will give you an example now. Let's say I double click in this character, not in Diana, not in the Iclone 7 character, but in the M3 Mass Effect 3 character. You click on it, then after you click on it, you can apply the animation. Now I have here some dance. Let me show some why I don't like that, because if it's too big, let's say this animation, if it's too big, the animation, like you can see there, the gap, look, sometimes if it's too, like dancing or stuff like that, you may see that, you see, you can see these things into animation, and you don't want that happen, right? So my advice to you is to use this only in walking or talking time. I mean like small motions, not that big motion like dancing or stuff like that. Now let's say I have another motion here, sexy. Let me try. Let's say this one I have, and I will double click. Sometimes if you just pull like this, you may attach the animation on another character in Diana, which is inside and invisible body. You don't like that, so you want in this Mass Effect character. So what you need to do after you you choose the Mass Effect character, you go there and from here double click on the animation, then after we'll animate fine. Now you can see it's not that big gaps there on the neck, and you can still use like talking, coming to forward and things like that. You can even after this you can fix a little bit. Let's say I want, because I can still see some gap there. Let me go there, Diana. Okay, maybe I will pull a little bit more down, but not too much. Then now you can still create an animation, like she's in the spaceship dressed like that, or have the helmet off, then she's talking with somebody or watching around, things like that. Also you can make some kind of fake. Let's say you are in this part here of the animation and you don't want to be seeing that, yeah, it's very easy, with the camera, just in the time of in the timeline, in the time, you can change the angle. And like she's talking from this angle with the camera, with the second person, which will be there, or maybe this angle, like talking like that, she's there, or let's say from this angle talking. So you can hide those artifacts which you see there on the neck, yeah. So this, my advice is to you this: if you want to use some character inside on this head, time of talking or something like that, then if you create a big army of this, because it's very low, I mean it's low resolution, so it's, let's say we go back in the animation, go. Okay, now let's say you don't want to. You don't need to create this talking animation between characters. So in that time, you can just not use any of Diana characters or any of Iclone 7 character or Genesis. Let's put in hide mode. Then I already looked to find the helmet from Mass Effect. Then I attach to the suits, and you're going to take the helmet, okay, and put it right there on the head like that. Now inside there you have the head of the original character, so you can even Mass Effect, you can use like this. No, that's I did a mistake a little bit. So again up. I will click on the character, Mass Effect, yeah, go here, go on the neck, make it back, opacity, just to be seen a little bit part of the neck, and a little bit part of the, maybe, jaw, or let's see what will be there. Then after you pull down the helmet, and nobody can know now who is inside. Under the helmet you can use, or in time, like animation, you can big action you can use like this with helmet on, so you can fake, like animation. If your character, like Genesis character or Iclone 7 character, will have different type of texture, I mean like more dark, let's say you want to use black person or black female or Indian or things like that, Chinese, Japanese, more yellow, whatever, you have an option here. Of course, in this you can create maybe you can go like, what is that again? Go on the neck. Pissing me in the ass. It's pissed me off. Okay, let's go again here. Then we go like this. Then we go like a little bit the color of the character. You can tap this. Then you can go here in hue, or how can I say correct? I don't know. But from here you can a little bit adjust that character color. If you want to look more like Chinese looking, or more like black, dark, Indian, female, whatever, male you have. Also you will have inside the suits for the male, which will be this one with the same with the helmet. I will show you soon. Then you can do like this. Then put the helmet. Let me make also this one. Like also the neck. You go the same brightness like that. Then you go to hue. Okay, let's say like this. Then after from there you just put the helmet on. Helmet, and leave it like that. Then after you can fake with the color of the neck to look like your character is there inside, have the same color. So then after, when you want to use the character like talking blah blah blah, you just take off the helmet and exchange with the heads, like you understand before. Now what I did with this helmet, essentially original this helmet will come like this without yeah, so you can see the mouth of the character, something like this is coming from Mass Effect. It's very cool, very nice, I really love it, but I can't use my plan, I mean like to use one costume for all of that. because everyone can notice it's not the same character by the mouse, the shape of the mouse or the shape of the nose, blah blah blah. So in this case I apply an object, I find it here on Iclone object, blah blah blah, where is that? Right there, props. Whenever I attach a prop, was necessary for me to export out as a FBX the prop and import back to Iclone, because when you just use that prop in Iclone 7, some of you, if you use Iclone 7.3, may have error. So that forced me to export as a FBX that prop, then import again, blah blah blah, pain in the ass. Now the final work will be like this. You see, also you can make kind of like, if you want, like whatever, let's say you animate or make it smaller to look like it's going somewhere there. You need to fix by your own animation because I don't have time, you understand, like going up, down like that to look like more, like cool. But at the moment you have like that the character, so you understand all about this female, how it works. Now the female, the male, let me erase this, that's not erase, but okay, that's the male, put this off, that's the male costume, and you can see the difference. So you can have the same procedure with the helmet, like you see here. You just go there, that's the helmet. You can lift it up, change any character you want. If you want to go with this character in a 3D exchange and just also have the idea inside, so you can make it visible, you can animate, like map that eyes, make looking left, right, now. So you can use this email, this mail, if you like. Yeah. But my advice to you, if you want to be more like use more other characters, just put it off. Then do like what I did before with the females. Now I want to finish a little bit talking about the characters, those characters. Okay, let's delete. Okay, I want to delete. Okay, everything is cool now. Now, I was looking for the, this is the game. Let me show you where is internet. Now you can see here, like, how you can build your animation. You'll look very cool if you use like their project style. Just take a look. Those spaceship, this big mothership. Now you see there in the back some aliens before, like that. These ones, you see these aliens. I was looking for it, but I don't have enough time to look for all of them. Also, you see these big, huge ships you'll have inside in the folder. Those ships, and also those you can use there. So instead of that alien, I bring inside another alien just like this, because to me it's like more horror, this one, to use in your animation. You can use those, but if you really want that alien, that like you see before, that robot alien type, just let me know. So maybe I will upload again a character from Mass Effect, which will be the aliens from the Mass Effect. So then after you can use also that character, but just let me know on the comments. For the moment, I will put inside in the folder this ugly bastard. Also, you have here the mouse. You can like things like that, running to catch them and whatever. You can use this as like a predator or something like. Or if you don't like, you can use any other alien space, like aliens or vampires or anything like your imagination tell you. Now let's say also about what is inside in the folder more. Let's say you want your team to escape from that ugly planet to go to the moon, or from the Earth to go in different planet. Also, I have both inside in this zip. I have some I don't know, it's loading very slowly. The kind of small spaceship SOS type, like escaping vehicle. How can I call this? I don't know. What should I call? Before it was a I know, and now it's a quick mode. That's why maybe that lights from here doesn't work proper. Let me put a little bit high to see what's happened. Yeah, you see if it's high now, you can see this glowing. It's open now, and all the things inside, like how it looks proper. You see. Also try to image before characters like the female and male SF suits was cool looking, but with this effect, I mean with a high, would be even more cooler than it. So this will be the spaceship, like they can escape from Earth to go to another place to be safe, or finding another race in another world, things like that. Inside there you can find also like chairs in time of when they walk, and also you can animate this thing up, down. But what you can't animate will be the door. I tried to create this as a figure because I don't have time to create object, blah blah blah. It was too many things there to do, or it was a lot of work to spend time. So I just created them as a figure. But after I create as a figure, you'll find out that, let me put bones. If I try to go to this door here, will not open. I mean, like it's not even mapped correctly. I think maybe there is kind of bone. How I can create objects from this? Just I must go to export to 3D Max. There I should make each part separated from the body and separate export as a FBX. Then after inside in the Iclone put back them together, blah blah. At the door, see, I don't know, I don't even know what's that inside. It's a bullshit. It's not even the door. You can check more what is there inside, but from here, outer door, like this, you may be able to do this. Yeah, this like open like that, but most doesn't look correct, because must be open this door like up down, like not like this. But maybe this will be an option. Another door there. Okay, anyway, I leave you to study more about what's there, because I really rushed to show you what's more inside. So you see, have a cool lights that open. Then let's go more far. Let's say this is very big, huge, but just to see the quality of those things are very cool. Now you can image this kind of big monster robots or alien robots, or how they cool they will look if you try to build up a serious scene effects and try to put some kind of, like from effects. You have that plugin with the effects, so you can put like a fire burning here, or like smoke, or things like that. Maybe some kind of lasers, like. Then also you can animate this. All of those can be animated. Like you can see here, let's say this leg. You see, like you can animate, but will be a little bit maybe pain in the ass to animate the walking of this. But maybe you can fake with it, just like a few moves. It's not necessary doing the animation, maybe full wall of this. It's just like a few seconds. You see that move. Let's say let's say was before position. Okay, was there the position? So bam, because must move very slow, then you go like duck, let's say simple, yeah, then put it step down. Don't laugh about me, I know I'm not perfect in the building animation, things like that, but what I wanted to say is that you already have the animation of this leg, right? So how you can fake that, you can go like nearly to that giant thing, like this, let's say, yeah? Then you build the camera scene, like that, you see? So you build the camera scene, create a camera, let me create a camera, yeah? Okay, so now we can start maybe, why is going that slow? Okay, maybe you make your camera to look from under this animal, this animal robot. Then you go with the camera. Then in time of that move, you just move your camera like this, let's say, yeah. Then from here you jump with the camera, maybe here, up, watching the city. And now you don't see the legs, where, if it works or not, right? So from here you can even move the animal forward. What is that? Oh, blah, 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 blah. Come on, piece in the ass. Okay, maybe from here. But first you can go to create those kind of moves with it in the preview windows. Then after you go to camera, then you move like that, let's say. And maybe something like is watching from up the city. Let's say, let's see what we've done. So now you see it looks like a boom part of that place, you see. It's not that difficult to create this. I mean, you don't need to create a full animation just like how far will be able to walk or things like that. But just some few seconds from it, like bang and bang. Then after you can change the scene with the soldiers, they are fighting or somebody running or screaming. So you see, it's so easy to create that animation. It's not that difficult, right? Yeah. Very cool. Then after you go another change camera. So this was a little bit about animation. Now let's see what we have more inside. Yeah. On the folder. Delete. Okay, you have also a spaceship there, which you can use this as a predator spaceship or human spaceship. Also this fighter, kind of a fighter spaceship. Let's see how cool it is. I think this is more like humans use in the time of year, maybe it's 2000 or 2050 or 2080, you can say is the story, or maybe 3000. We got this kind of ships. Then you can also animate this, have bones there also. You can see here you can animate in time of flying, or also the gun, then in front like spinning the gun. Little bit, you don't need too much, you know, like let's say what's moving like kind of like this. Come on, you idiot. It's doing this because it's time of recording my video. Camtasia was a little bit slow. So you see that you can use also that gun rotation or this flyers. I have also another spaceship there, which will be this must be one big one. This is the mother spaceship. So there you can make it from far away, like the spaceship is in the sky, then after jump straight away the scene to the people inside of the spaceship, like what they do there in the spaceship. So let me like how they talk or how they walk or what's the atmosphere inside. So for a few seconds you can use the camera on the scene, like say this big kind of giant spaceship, yeah, make there the stars. You have already from my other posts before I post already the sky scene with the stars scene. You can use that because it will not be that heavy. Then you can use even this ship, a huge spaceship. It's like they are the crew inside with all the members. You can use even as character. I mean, you can change. It's not necessary to use just Mass Effect characters. You can build your own story on it. Okay, so this ship will not have animation to do like this up, down, because it's that huge. It's not necessary to animate. It's just like that. And what we will have more will be another interesting thing will be this vehicle on the surface. So you can use like I will show another spaceship inside the folder. You can use like this spaceship, this vehicle for the ground will come from that big spaceship, which will be also for kind of near to the surface. No? But if you see something like this, you just go here, because you see now I just bring inside, but doesn't pose well in the position it needs. So can go like 0. Where is that? Reset to 0. Yeah. Now you see. Now if you reset to 0, you will find exactly the location it needs to the ground. Then from here you can go directly near there to the house. Bam. So you are near there. Yeah, it's not that difficult to do. So all the PBR things and the settings you have already done. I've done it for you. You can animate the tires or this. If you don't want this, if you don't like how to animate because it's like kind of a figure here, I told you. If you don't like how you can animate here, because you see the tires little bit crazy, you see how it moves. I didn't have time to create the real thing there, but like I told you before, you can export as an object every part of it, then export it again as a FBX, then after export every part like an object, then put it back again and create your own. Yeah, you can make the animated anything you'll be able to. But at the moment you can use maybe, I think you can use this. Yeah, like animate them up, down. Maybe here, from here you can do also like a kind of a laser projection. Something like even projection of the movie or projection of the laser or anything, things like, like use the imagination. Let's see what we have more inside. Will be this will be a big kind of folder. Let's say another ship. From this ship I imagine that you can take out this vehicle for the ground. So you have this spaceship, but it's more like on near to the surface. I mean, like try to imagine this ship. It's more like you can use for the, how to say, on near to the surface with this kind of reactors, like things like that, near to the surface, and from inside maybe it's, I don't know if you have a place here, door. If you have any door to take out that ground vehicle, this may be a door. I didn't check to see exactly how you can do this, but it's not, maybe not that necessary to make it like comes out from it, but maybe this one will be what I'm looking for. Come on, it's not that, something else there. What you can do with it, if you like, come on, don't piss me off. Export to 3D Max, make it an object, take it out. Or just don't use the kind of, coming out the from the ship. But you can apply for the ship. I told you before, like that kind of reactors. If you have a FX, SF, I don't know how it's called, that SF SF plug-in, things like that, where you can find a lot of kind of fire, blah, blah, blah. If you have that pack, you can use it also here, like type of reactors or video projections or what it say. Let's go more even deeper. What we have here more. This is another laser, like a gun, laser gun, which you can use to kill the aliens with it, or to kill the humans. Maybe this may be an alien gun or a human. I mean gun, but looks more like a human creation. So you can use to kill the aliens with it. Also, this have you can use animation up, down, rotating. Let's see, it rotates. I guess so. Yeah, so you can rotate the thing there. Okay, and I have another cool gun, which will be the alien plasma, kind of a plasma gun, things like that will be this one. Okay, so I told you can create some short moves to look like it's really animated, all with walk. But I want to make sure if I can move those things. I didn't try before to see if it's bones there. Have bones to be able to, yeah. So you can even animate those things. How cool it is. You see? So all these things can be animated, but you need to have a lot of time and a lot of, like free time to do. I want to tell you something. Also here you can animate this to open. What I want to tell you is that I'm a little bit unhappy, I work, if I calculate all the hours I lose to upload these things for you, to make you happy, right? I don't feel that happy, to be straight with you, because I see people doesn't use in the animation. It's like I'm working for nothing. It's like I work to make you happy. I know you're happy when you download, but you just put in your computer and you freeze the thing there. Then I tell you, someday you may have a kind of a virus in it, or I don't know, maybe your computer will break down or something like that, and that hard drive where you have all of these things may be off. So all my work will be off, and I will lose all this time for no reason, because I don't find your animation online. I mean, some of you are very happy when they post to me like, look, this is my animation, I use the things you share, and that time I feel happy to see people use this. Those are not my things, because I don't create them, are from the games, things like that, but it makes me happy because I share for Icloners, and because I set to work for Iclone, and because I convert them for Iclone. So also I have kind of a work there to convert those things, because you don't just download and how you say convert in a 3D to be used in 3D Exchange and is ready for Iclone. Also, you need to map the bones to things like that. You understand? It's not that easy. So here, like you see, there's a lot of things which you can animate like this to make it real cool looking. Try to imagine if you go in that studio shop, in a marketplace, or any other place you go, to purchase those things will cost you a lot of money. A lot of money. Maybe if you find something like this in that studio, it will be at least $20, 15 or 20 American dollars. Then it will be the same thing. So I don't understand your point. Why you don't animate? Why you don't create cool animation with it? You can create all them cool animation instead of getting them, paying them you have them for free. You can use them in your animation. Don't create another game with it, or kind of a cinematic animation for to ask for money for it, but you can create for YouTube to enjoyment animation, you know. So also this looks so damn cool. You see, it's very detailed inside there. It's like very detailed. All these things looks like the real deal. You see. So from here you can have the laser projection, like something like that, and I think from Iclone with that plugin effects, blah blah blah. This effects plugin, something like that. I forget how it's called. You should do like that laser thing going up and sound and music, and try to image. If you have free time, what you can do with this is, believe me, you can do a real cool stuff. And tell you what you can do with Iclone is that you can build your own story. Yeah, and after you build your own story, you create these spaceships, whatever. These are from somebody else, but in the final thing, if someone from Hollywood, let's say, will like your project, your animation, but make sure that you will copyright it before you upload on YouTube, because if some of them will try to take your work and to put in the movie, because maybe they may like the idea of how it sounds, the movie, and after they may take your idea, so make sure that you copyright it. Then some of those guys who create Hollywood movies may like your story, and after may contact you to say, hey, can I use your story and create that kind of movie with it? And you'll say yes, but all of this spaceship blah 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 are not mine, are from the game. And they will say to you, don't worry, we will create different spaceships and different monsters for this new movie, but we like your story, so, you know, try to image. You also can do that. Nobody knows when will be your sunny day, because not every day can be rain, you know. So this is the gun. I would like to do that too, but you know, I should care about my work, because if I don't work to make money, I can't survive at the moment. I'm not that young to stay at home by the family. Also, you have another things, just like this one I showed you before. This is that very huge animal. Look how big it is, just the legs. Here, how you can build up your scene is like, you see this, you have another spaceships. So if you watched the Star Wars, you know, something like that, you know, spaceships can fly from like between the legs of this big animal. Some down are buildings. You can even make bigger than this, like put there some buildings. This is that huge animation, like you see there in the YouTube. Just take a look how big, huge are those things. You see, it's kind of from alien world. It's really cool. And the Earth, just like I posted before, the Earth, you can use my Earth, or if you have another one better than mine, you can use it. Now I don't know exactly the story behind of this game. Is maybe this is like that big huge world on the ground there, and this girl is watching all that world there. I didn't have the patience to watch, because I'm very busy to do other things. But if you have time, maybe you can see what's the story behind of all this Mass Effect 3. So I think maybe you can use this like a parabola antenna. Also, I showed you the everything. So all is this about today. That's all. So thank you for listening and watch me, and enjoy downloading this thing, and see you. Bye.